I finally watched Saw 10. Alright, first and foremost, I am a original Saw junkie. Alright, all the way from Saw 1 all the way to Saw 10, I am a fan. Now, some of the Saw movies were a little but when I seen that Saw 10 was coming out, I'm like, yo, I gotta watch this. So what is Saw 10 about? Alright, Saw 10 is about Jigsaw, or John Kramer. Alright, he's battling cancer, so he's like, yo, I'm trying to beat this cancer shit, right? So he's doing whatever he can. He's going to groups and everything. He's doing his research. So he actually ends up hooking up with this off the grid cancer treatment facility, right? Ran by this lady and like her team of people that she got, right? So Jigsaw basically goes to Mexico to get this treatment, right? They hoping to cure his cancer, and he comes to find out he got hustled. All right, so once John Kramer find out that he got hustled, at this point, he you know what time it is. He like, yo, I got hustled. It's payback time. So he goes on a mission to put everybody who was involved with this hustle in a trap. All right, so what do I think about Saw 10? All right, I loved it. All right, I loved it. Saw still got it. All right, Saw still got it, because I was wondering, like, where were they gonna go? I mean, it's Saw 10. How many damn traps can you make, right? Like, we done seen it all, but the traps in this movie, I mean, it had me, shit, I was eating when I was watching this movie, and it had me like questioning what the hell. I'm like, oh shit, can I finish this? God damn, that was disgusting, right? Like, this shit. Like, they stepped up on their traps, right? So I was wondering, like, yeah, would it get old? You know what I'm saying? More Jigsaw traps, whatever. But it didn't. It felt fresh. The movie just, it took me back to, like, the first few Saws. Like, that atmosphere, that dark vibe, you know. Well, a lot of the Saw movies got that dark vibe. But it just felt like back in the day Saw. And I was actually worried about the storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could this Saw possibly be about when Jigsaw was supposedly dead a while ago? But the way they did it, you know, making him like when he was battling cancer, whatever, I liked the storyline. It was simple, but it was fresh for a Saw. Now, one thing I was confused about, and maybe if you're watching this, you can comment below. Like, so this wasn't a prequel, right, to Saw, but it wasn't like a new one, because I thought Jigsaw died in a couple Saws ago, right? So I'm confused and like, so when was this supposed to take place? Because that girl in Saw, like his assistant, like she wasn't in the first Saw, right? So I was like confused to be like, all right, so when was this supposed to happen? I'm assuming this was supposed to happen somewhere in between like Saw like 4 and 7 or something. One more thing about this, like if I'm just nitpicking, and this is something I've been saying for many Saw movies, it's like, I know his character is like real smart. I think he's like an engineer or something. But like, this motherfucker walking around weak as hell all the time. He's never been like super like limber. Who the hell is building these traps? Like, his traps is like just phenomenal, right? Like, you would think some of them traps would take like 5-10 people to build them, right? And like, he only got this one assistant. Like, this girl is the assistant. Like, how the hell y'all building that? But I guess, you know, you chalk that up to the movie game. You know what I'm saying? I guess they're just like, yo, we get this shit done. Don't worry about it. Now, let's talk about the ending of Saw 10. Now, anybody know anything about Saw? Saw 1. The ending of Saw 1 is classic. You can't mess with that. You can't debate that. Like, that's a classic movie ending, right? Saw 2. The ending of Saw 2 is just crazy, phenomenal, right? So Saw does have a high standard when it comes to endings. A lot of people, when they think of Saw, you instantly think like, oh shit, how they gonna end this movie? With this one, it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the craziest shit ever, but it was a good ending. I liked it, right? Because if you take away all the other Saw 1 and 2 endings, like, this ending was like really good. But you know, comparing it to that, it was cool. Nice little ending, so I rock with it. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to give the new Saw 10 movie a 5 out of 5. That's right, I said it. 5 out of 5. And it probably would have been a 4 if it was just like another movie, but because it's part of the Saw franchise, I mean, I gotta give it that 5. So if you haven't saw Saw 10 yet, I highly recommend you check this movie out. And if you have seen it, comment below, let your boy know what you think.
If you don't know who I am, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. F.U.I.M.E, you probably thinking, what is that? It's the movement, it's the motto, it's the answer to these critics when they hating.